Okay, very good, very good. Really, very. You play beautifully, but I have to add a few things. Okay, just so you
Yes.
start to think about it. When you start this second episode, the introduction is one thing, right? You have the introduction.
Yes.
We want to now have, um, we want to have a theme. So the theme starts, brother, beautifully. I think you need to make a little more. It's intimate sound, but with reflection. You don't just play intimate. You're playing very beautifully, but you need to be a little bit more convinced about this your own sound. Then therefore the music becomes much stronger.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, Spohr and Sarasate and Wieniavski and Izai and all these great masters, they wrote for themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
they already had probably a different feeling for that when that theme starts because that's the way they played. I'm sure. We don't have
Yeah.
affidavit, but I'm pretty sure that when they wrote it for themselves. Therefore, they wanted to make it the most beautiful they could do it. Okay. So when you start that, it's a statement. It's a statement, musical statement within an incredible context of what the violin can do. The violin can do so many wonderful things if we just let it happen. But in order for it to do that, we have to analyze pretty much everything we do. Not all the time, but as concept. I'm talking about the concept of how you play the music, how you play the violin. It goes together. It cannot be separated. And if it's separated, no, govno. Okay? Shh, I didn't say that. So you have to find your singing voice. Tell me a story. When you start this melody, tell after the introduction, tell me a story. Start again from there, okay? I just want to hear you tell me a story, okay? Okay. So, I love you so much. Come on, do it, do it, do it. You can't do it in Bach. Do it here. Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. This guy. Yeah, a little bit crying is okay, you know. They'll pay you more money. Do it again. I'm joking. Joking. Okay. Once more. Cry a little bit. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Yeah, like a great singer. Yeah. Once more, once more. Once more, once more. Comfortable, comfortable going down. Yes. Not sustain the bow. Slow bow. SLOW. Slow bow. Once more. Sing. Yeah. You know, one of the great things about people like Milstein, he used the fingerboard going from one position to the other position as though he was speaking and the way he was singing the words. So it wasn't going from one position to the other. He was going from
Yes.
one position to the other with a voice, with a consonant or sometimes a vowel. Because otherwise we play the fiddle. Okay? That was a
Yes.
great master. He was a great master in telling the story. Then when you tell, then you can tell the story. You can do it a little bit more, a little bit less. You can do this, they can do that. That's up to you. But before, when you just played pretty much the notes. Very nice, very beautiful. But you could add so much more in what you have. Okay. Now, some of that
Yeah.
has to be done with the bow. With the bow. The bow creates the color, not the left hand. Left hand is when you're making, let's say, something to eat, um, and all of a sudden you taste it and you go, needs a little salt. Okay, so you put a little salt. but but all the fruit, all the vegetables are here, you see. And
Yeah.
that's very important because the bow is 85%. And if anybody tells you different, tell them I said so. Okay, blame me. The 85% of what we do comes from the right hand. Okay. Many years ago, I had a fabulous student that just did not want to comprehend that for the longest time. I finally thought to myself, what can I do to make him open up, you know? So I said, hey, the right hand is like your bank account. He said, what? I said, bank account. Why bank account? I said, because if it sounds good, you make more money. You know what? Overnight, bingo, the light went on. It was amazing. Okay? Now you can tell sounding point, you can do all kinds of the stuff we work on, which you should, which you should. And it's different. What is different in the arm application is when you go from here to here. So when you do, so every down bow, you shift the weight. You shift the weight. Okay? It's what Galamian always just said, a doorknob. Doorknob. Okay? That's so simple.
Mhm.
But to do it is not easy. So you just need to do slow. So do you see when I go from here, different position, both here and here. Okay? And you see
Yeah.
Yasha, you know, JH, Yasha Heifetz, the one in
Yeah.
with
Yeah. Yeah.
just a little bit, not much,
Yeah.
just a little bit, but
Uh-huh.
it was so perfect because he practiced for hours, you know, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, that you should do that G minor last movement slowly. You could also do
Mhm.
it then in rhythm. And bring your hand down a little bit. You're a little bit too high. Yeah.
Mhm.
What you want to do is your thumb is inside, right? Right, the frog. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see that in the frog. And then
Uh-huh. Yeah.
this one, this finger, the middle finger, we used to say, I'm sure Miss DeLay said the same thing. Hello, they're the first neighbors. They like each other. They go, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. How's your day today? Yeah, it's okay. Then comes the next neighbor. And the next neighbor
Mhm.
goes, hey, I'm a boss here because when you tell me to do something, I go like that. And then I go back up again. And then comes the third finger for releasing the first finger. So you have this motion. This finger stays basically here. That's why we have a square here. So it goes right on top. It's so simple. The minute we
Yeah.
start to play, we tend to go up. Be careful. Be careful. You don't want to go
Yeah.
too far up. A little bit, okay, but then come right back again. This will help you. Fix it. Okay? I'm sure Dima will help you when you're next year. Just a little bit, and then backwards. And you do détaché, those two rhythms, each one 5 times. That's tempo.
Yeah.
Just all separate, all separate. You get to the bottom, you go back again 5 times. That'll be about maybe 8 minutes. And then you stop. Then stop and say, what did I do? How can I improve it? Okay? What did it feel like? I tell you, within 3 days, you're going to feel so much better because it's going to sound amazing. Okay? Because everything we do comes from here. That's it. There's nothing we can do about that. I wish we could, but we can't. And then you start with the scales. You start with Galamian scale book. And you start with 2, you go to 4, 6, 8, put it 60 to the quarter. Dun, 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 dun. It goes the same 60. This goes faster. This stays the same. You understand? That Galamian book is perfect. You do those scales, maybe 6 or 7 of them every day, major, minor, up and down, 15 minutes. And then do Bach for maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, stop. Then play your piece and see what happens. See what happens.